Hey guys, Jishia here, and today I'll be sharing a guide on lifeskilling. Since the CN launch has overhauled the lifeskilling system and some of the older lifeskill videos might be out of date, I decided to make an updated one. This guide may be applicable to global as well, so let's get started. So I'll be referring to this translation spreadsheet for some parts of this video. If you are interested in checking it out to take a look at what's currently in the game right now to prepare for global, the link is in the description. Firstly, there are two different types of lifeskilling, one that requires energy and one that does not. For the one that requires energy, it will reward you tradable materials that can be traded in the auction house, and lifeskill experience points as well. For example, this mining node has two options. If I choose the bottom option, it will reward me with some tradable ore and some experience. For the one that does not require energy, it will reward you with some non-tradable materials that can only be used to craft non-tradable items. Some examples for now are weekly lifeskill quest items and gear crafting, which I will talk about later in the video. So back to the mining node example, I will now select the top option. As you can see, it rewarded me with other types of ore and only 2 XP. As you have probably guessed by now, yes, this XP can be granted infinitely. However, it takes a lot of XP to level up one level, and the XP required increases every time you level up. Speaking of XP, the main way to actually getting XP is from the weekly lifeskill quest NPC. This NPC will give you a set of items to collect for each lifeskill. These items are all untradable and you can get all of them without spending any lifeskill energy. You can however also buy them with bound Luno from their respective lifeskill vendors if you do not wish to collect them, or do not have the time to do so. Completing each quest gives you 10k bound Luno and 7.2k XP towards the lifeskill the quest is for. So how do you earn lifeskill points to unlock the nodes in the lifeskill trees? Well, you earn them by spending lifeskill energy. Every 300 lifeskill energy spent earns you 1 lifeskill point. Leveling up your lifeskill does not earn you lifeskill points. The nodes are also not gated by levels, it is gated by time. As you can see, this node unlocks 7 days after the server is open. This one unlocks 26 days after the server is open. So what leveling up your lifeskill actually does is it unlocks recipes that you can craft without using energy. Such recipes are like crafting higher level gear or furniture. So now let's take a look at the different types of lifeskill. First, we have foraging. You can get flowers, berries, and mushrooms which can be used in alchemy and cooking. Here are the drop materials. There are RNG drops as well, like this leaf. Not too sure what the drop rates of these are, but they can be used to craft rare items. For the leaf, you can craft these 2 potions from alchemy. The purple potion is used to convert class archetype talent orbs into orbs of your class archetype. The blue potion is used to convert other class skill books into books of your class. The conversion rate for both are 3:1. For the apple, you can craft this cake from cooking, which when eaten triples the drops you get from dungeons. This is only effective in extreme dungeons which are infinitely farmable dungeons. This crystal is used in crafting gold rarity gear in the untradable section. You can craft different types of gear from different types of lifeskill professions. However, the crafted gold gear will not have the special purple line that normal drop gold gear has. Next, we have mining and smithing. You get different types of ores which can be used to craft into smithing metals. These smithing metals are used in gear slot upgrading. Crafting these smithing metals, you will usually get 1 per craft, but you do have a chance to get more than 1. This chance increases as you unlock higher levels of smithing nodes. However, the required ore changes to higher tiers if you do so, but you will still be able to choose to craft using the basic tier ores. There's also this gold ingot, which is used to increase the success chance of upgrading your gear slots by 5%. For the untradable material section in mining, you can get different types of ores that are used to craft materials to craft gear, or weekly lifeskill quest materials. For the one in smithing, you are able to craft ingots, which are mainly used to craft gear. The gear available from crafting in the smithing section are melee-based armor and weapons. Moving on to gem mining and gem cutting. There are different colors of gem rocks which correspond to different stats. Red color gives crit, the blue gives haste, green gives mastery, and yellow gives luck. These gem rocks can only be cut into basic gems in the beginning. However, in the CN server after 7 days, we unlocked the ability to cut gems into different shapes. Triangle gems give strength, square gives endurance, the roughly edged pear shape, which I call special in the Google Sheets, give agility, and tier gives intelligence. For the untradable section in gem mining, it is the same ones as mining. It is just basic materials. For gem cutting, you are able to craft gear as well. The gear that is craftable are accessories and will require untradable gems crafted from the same profession. Next, we have Alchemy. Alchemy unlocks the ability to craft materials, potions, and pills. These square materials are required in crafting the potions and pills. Potions give elemental bonus, while pills give elemental resistance. The values are listed in the spreadsheet too. There is a chance to get a higher tier of potion or pill when crafting. So for example, this potion recipe has a 50% chance to get a tier 1 potion and a 50% chance to get a tier 2 potion. The next tier of the recipe has a 20% chance to get a tier 1 potion and an 80% chance to get a tier 2 potion. Final tier, however, has an 85% chance to get a tier 2 potion and a 15% chance to get a tier 3 potion. That sounds like a scam to me, but it is what it is. There are also health potions too with the same rates that are crafted from flowers gathered from foraging. The untradable section of alchemy is just mainly furniture. So now for cooking. Cooking unlocks the ability to cook food. These food materials can be gathered from fishing, killing mobs, or gathering from foraging. Food, as you have guessed, gives different types of buffs. All the food effects have been listed in the Google Sheets, so I won't go into detail here. Untradable section of cooking allows you to craft fishing bait, which is the most important part. So lastly, we have two new life skill professions that did not exist in the Chinese closed beta test. Tailoring and Carpentry. Carpentry, the base items required for the crafting are actually not obtainable currently from the world. You can only buy them from the carpentry vendor. I assume this will not be the case in the future, but for now, the only way is to spend bound Luno. The tradable materials that you can craft are used in crafting smithing materials and gem cutting. The untradable recipes are mainly furniture and gear crafting. Tailoring lets you craft dyes that you can use to dye your cosmetics or sell them. The untradable recipes are also mainly furniture and gear crafting. For gear crafting and carpentry, it is weapons for the range classes, and for tailoring, it is armor for the range classes. That is all for the life skill guide. If I missed out anything or if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments and I will answer them as best as I can. Or you can tune in and ask me questions when I stream on Twitch, link in the description below. Hopefully, this guide will be helpful for the global audience playing in the CN server or the upcoming global beta and the global release. I'll be putting out some class guides as well, so do let me know what kinds of guides you guys want to see. That is all the time I have left for this video, so see you next time guys, bye bye!